Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting Champions League and Championship predictions for week 3 and then week 11 or 12 for the football in midweek. So much games on it, folks. Before we get into YouTube channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. I got 63 subscribers so far. Let's just hit the channel, smash the channel. Let's go for Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Perhaps the unique tie of Tuesday in the Champions League sees the Premier League leaders Arsenal taking on Atletico Madrid in North London. Arsenal heading into this one on the back of a slender 1-0 defeat of Fulham at Craven Cottage. It was far from more convincing, that result would suggest on paper, with Ricardo Calafiori disallowed goal before Leandro Trossard notched the second half winner in the London derby. But the Gunners spend heavily again over the summer, and Mikel Arteta's side are expected to challenge across all competitions this season. They have dropped points in the Premier League, but they have been continued anyway. As for Atletico Madrid, they're coming into this one of their 3-2 defeat to Liverpool, of course, but I'm signed in towards the Gunners to win like 3-1 or something. Right. Next matchup sees, next up, Newcastle will face Benfica. Of course, Newcastle coming on the back of a 2-1 loss to Brighton, of course. Benfica, of course, are a very good team, but I think Newcastle have too much. I'll say 2-0 or 3-1. And Villarreal. Right, Newcastle United needs some consistency under Eddie Howe, but I think they'll have too much, of course. I'm going for 2-0. Right. Okay, Villarreal will take on Man City. Man City coming on the back of a 2-0 win over Everton in the Premier League, especially Erling Haaland, of course, he's on fire. But Villarreal are a tough side. I'm going for Man City to win 3-1. And then my team Liverpool versus Frankfurt. Right, Liverpool. We talk about Liverpool losing 4 games in a row, and that's embarrassing as a Liverpool fan. Just coming on the back of a shock defeat over Man United. But I think Frankfurt lost 5-1, of course, to. But 2 out of form sides meets in Germany as Liverpool sneak to end their losing run in Wednesday's UEFA Champions League. Liverpool 2-1 defeat, and Arne Slot now side having lost their last 4 games in all competition. One of those in their last Champions League outing against Galatasaray, before with Virgil van Dijk netting an injury winner against Atletico Madrid. Right, so Liverpool really need a result here to stop the rot, and Frankfurt could potentially be an ideal opponent for them to get back on track against Frankfurt's side, who have been incredibly open this season. Liverpool were deadly side on the counter-attack last season, but they are likely to be handed plenty of opportunities of the break against an opponent who are seemingly commented to their attacking philosophy despite some big defeats this season. The visitors remain hugely vulnerable at the back though, but Frankfurt are certainly capable of getting on the score sheet themselves, given their attacking powerless. But we're expecting a high-scoring game, with Liverpool ultimately coming out on top. But it won't be easy. But I'm going for a 2-0. But who knows anyway. If Liverpool turns up, they win. Right, tomorrow Chelsea will face Monaco. Will face Spurs, of course. Spurs are a strange team to watch. But they lost to Aston Villa, of course. I'm going for Spurs to win 2-1. Chelsea against Ajax, of course. I think it could be one-sided, but Chelsea are starting to find some form again. But they have thrashed Nottingham Forest, of course, 3-0. That was sacked by the manager, Ange Postecoglou, for Nottingham Forest. But Enzo Maresca was backed from the touchline. Was banned from the touchline on the weekend, but Chelsea still managed to come in. Ange Postecoglou, of course. You got still got Chelsea failures like Sanchez and Reece James and Caicedo, Pedro Neto, but I think Chelsea will have too much to say, like, I'm going for a 3-0 win. Right, on to the Champions League, of course. On to the Championship. Right. Blackburn, of course. Right, so Ipswich will face Charlton. Alex Neil welcomes to his old club to the den as Stoke City takes on Millwall. It's not a successful time for Alex Neil at Stoke City, a club who he left Sunderland in order to join now for Millwall. But Neil will no doubt be hoping to get one over his old club. But this is a Stoke City side who are looking generally promotion contenders under Mark Robins, who has successfully shortened up their defence, has enough quality attackers and disposal to get goals at the other end. But I think it's a tough one. I'm going for Millwall to edge it. They may edge it, you know. Blackburn against Sheffield United. I'm going Sheffield United 1-0. Yeah, that's why I'm going for Sheffield United. They're starting to find a little bit of momentum again. Who else is there? Right. Championship. Come on, load up, will ya? Come on, just load up. Come on. There you go. Hull City versus Leicester. I'm going for Leicester to win 2-1. Ipswich will beat Charlton 3-1. Preston will beat Birmingham 2-1. Coventry will beat Portsmouth 2-0. And right, I think Southampton will edge it 2-1. I think Southampton will have a little bit enough quality, but I don't know why, of course. But I hope I'm wrong. Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And Derby versus Norwich, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Swansea versus QPR, I'm going 2-1 Swansea. Watford against West Brom, I'm going 1-0 or 2-1 West Brom. Wrexham versus Oxford United, I'm going Wrexham to win 2-1. And Middlesbrough to beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-1. So that is my predictions then for my Pro Tour, my Champions League or Championship, of course. And leave on your comments below. Let's have a quick one, of course. As is Bo Grease has just, you know, got to talk on now. She will be at the Grand Slam and the World Championships. Right, Luke. Yeah. Jermaine Wattimena produced a devastating display to topple a 9-dart king Nathan Aspinall and clinches his second ranking of the season at Players Championship 31 last Tuesday. Aspinall dominated the headlines with 2 9-darters finishes during a thrilling day's play in Wigan, although it was Wattimena who ran out a comprehensive 8-2 winner. When the pair went head-to-head in Tuesday's decider. Wattimena squandered darts at double in each of their opening 2 legs as Aspinall established an early lead, but the Dutchman came roaring back with a brutal 8-leg blitz to take the title. Wattimena received the fortune he enjoyed his opening round tie against compatriot Christian Kiss when he survived 6 match darts and recovered from 5-3 adrift to progress. However, the 37-year-old landed ton plus averages in 5 of his next 6 matches, overcoming Latvia's Madas Razma before sneaking the German duo Nico Sprinter and Martin Schindler. And Wattimena then followed a 6-1 demolition of Chris Landman with victory against another Dutch opponent, whitewashing Niels Zonneveld 7-0 in the dominant semi-final display. European Championship runner-up was equally efficient against Aspinall And the Stockport star was unable to cap off a remarkable day with his first Players' Championship title since August 2022. Aspinall began the afternoon outside provisional qualification places, and now for next month he's in the Players' Championship finals, only producing a series of stunning performances to elevate any fears of missing out on Minehead. Having kicked off proceedings with victory over Thibaut Chacol, Aspinall landed his first 9 darts finish of the day against Steve Lennon, averaging 104 to complete a 6-4 success. The former World Match Play champion later swept aside Ryan Joyce before doubling his 9 dart tally in his 7th leg of his clash against Lucas Bennick, overturning a 4-2 deficit in the process. Aspinall then survived a match dart to win through. A gruelling quarter-final tie against James Wade, while a 7-3 over top seed Stephen Bunting earned him place in Tuesday's showpiece, but Bunting accounted for Michael Smith, Dimitri Vandenberg and Wessel Nyman in his run to the semi-finals, where he was joined by Emerging Zonnevel. The left-hander averaged 108 in his opener round against Mickey Mansell, which he backed up with a whitewash over Wesley Plaisir and a terrific comeback victory over Damon Hatter. Elsewhere, the newly crowned World Grand Prix champion Luke Littler suffered an opening round exit against Inspire Richie Enhouse, who, despite averaging 106 against the European champion. The Dutch duo Michael van Gerwen and Jan van Veen scrumbled at the same stage of tournament, while the world number 1 Luke Humphries was beaten in round 2 by Alexander Maersk. Luke Littler produced a series of mesmerising displays to clinch his first Players' Championship title of the year last Wednesday, which confirms his qualification for next month's Players' Championship finals in Minehead. Littler, fresh from lifting the World Grand Prix title on Sunday, continue his magnificent form to celebrate Players' Championship 32 success on thrilling day of action in Wigan. So Littler, following 6-4 victories over Dylan Sleman and Jeffrey de Graaf, and then stormed through to the last 16 with a whitewash win over Adam Lipscomb. 3-0 deficit against Adam Hunt and win. Rules up 3 straight legs against Rhys Griffin. Danny Aldercolder, runner-up to Luke Littler. He's got thrashed 8-2. Taking some big scalps, of course, the likes of the victories, the former Grand Slam champion Scott Waits and the Premier League star Nathan Aspinall. He haunted Jermaine Wattimena's bid for back-to-back titles, but a resounding 7-3 in their all-Dutch semi-final. Wattimena 12-match winning run was ended, of course, but he posted 10+ averages in wins over Rob Cross and Chris Dobie. Elsewhere, Stephen Bunting also featured in the semi-finals. A 6-0 demolition of Martin Lutman in the last 32. Emphatic 6-2 wins over young stars Nico Sprint and Wessel Nyman. Early in the day, Andreas Harrison produced a 9-dart finish against Radek Sajansky just 24 hours ago for Aspinall's incredible brace. So the race for Players' Championship finals in Minehead will dominate in the headlines. The world number 1 Luke Humphries and the 2-time world champion Peter Wright battle to confirm their spots in the top 64 field. 7-time champion Michael van Gerwen looks to miss out on next month's Everjanska, but the Dutchman are not expected to compete in the opening Pro Tour doubleheader due to family reasons. I expected Mo Salah to step up anyway for Liverpool, but UK Saka was amazing. Anthony Gordon for Newcastle, not pulling up any trees, but he's playing okay for Newcastle. James Maddison's injured as well. Right, that's my predictions then. For leave on your comments below, guys. Please smash and give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and please leave your comments below. See you soon. Bye.